Georgia Southern Athletics with John Stevenson, linebacker for the Georgia Southern Eagles, as the preparations are nearly complete for UGA this weekend. John, the linebackers are going to have a lot of assignments this weekend. What are some of the things that you've been watching on film? What are some of the things the coaches have been teaching you about what needs to get done this weekend?
Basically just reading tendencies, being aware of different formations and plays they like to run out of certain formations, and just tips on personnel that may be able to help us, figure out the play before it gets started.
One of the things that the linebackers will have to be very aware of is not only the solid running game, but also be aware of what you might have to cover with the receiving core. Are those those things that you've talked about with your other linebackers in terms of those multiple assignments?
Definitely, you don't want to get too caught up in the running game where you can't help on some of those underneath routes and getting in the windows for those defensive backs. So we definitely got to be prepared and have our head on the swivel.
What are some of the things that you guys have worked on, or what are some of the things you've watched on film, knowing from previous weeks how you can improve to go into this weekend's game?
Just basically being assignment sound and just practicing the fundamentals out there. They got some pretty big backs and pretty big players that bigger than we're used to facing all year. So the key is just to be the hit and the wrap up and drive and swarm to the ball, and I think that'll help us a lot.
Well, John, we know that you've had a tremendous year in terms of double-digit tackles, nearly approaching the 100 tackle total for the 2012 season. Is that something that affects you at all, or is that something that you give credit to your defensive line and your other backers?
Definitely, I can't take credit for all of that. The guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. Brent Russell demands a lot of double teams. The defensive ends do a great job of squeezing. You just go on, and it's only right that our linebackers, we do our job and make the tackle when it's available. And it's just definitely been a team effort.
Well, John Stevenson, thanks for spending some time with Georgia Southern Athletics. We look forward to seeing you guys up at Athens on Saturday.